Good evening. I know what Andy Taylor from Mayberry would say right now. He'd say this was good, only he'd say it was extra good. This really is going to be a reading. This reading is from a letter that was written in 1942 to a yet-to-be-born child of Woody Guthrie's and his not-yet wife, Marjorie Mazia. Woody bestowed the name of Railroad Pete to the expected child, but Railroad Pete eventually arrived as Kathy Ann. Even in this excerpt, you can tell that Woody has a lot to say to the child. There was a very tender transcendentalism in this message from father to child. Writing to Railroad Pete, Woody says, "There is a feeling in music, and it carries you back down the road you have traveled, and it makes you travel it again. Or it takes you back down the road somebody else has come, and you look out across the world from the hill they are standing on. Sometimes when I hear music, I think back over my days, and a feeling that is 50-50 joy and pain swells like clouds, taking all kinds of shapes in my mind. It is joy. If it is joy, it is of such a treasured sort and such a fine make that the thought of it passing is near to pain. And if it is pain, it is seen so plain and known so true that you can see how pain has paid you a profit in its own strange way. And the joy of the sadness is like a raindrop falling in the sun. Some say rain is dreary, but it is not. And some say clear skies are gay, but not always. It's all a mood. I notice that as I listen to music, I think of my mistakes, ill words, wasted time, and feel like a water eel buried in 20 feet of Mississippi mud. And the next note I think of who I love, and who I hate, and the success I've had at both, and of any of my tomorrow's chances. And I feel like a singing God riding on a cloud, snapping my fingers and ruling the universe. Music is a tone of voice, a tone of nature, a sound life uses to keep the living alive and call us back many times a day from the brinks of torture and the holes of superstition. Music is in all the sounds of nature, and there never was a sound that was not music. Life is this sound, and creation has been a song. And there is no real trick of creating words to set to music once you realize that the word is the music and the people the song. Music is the language of the mind that travels, that carries the passkey to the laws of time and space, where distance is at least understood, envisioning works with marvelous clearness. Music, the mirror and the voice of life, make it all plainer. Music is the winds that sigh in the leaves on the tree of life, and I find it pretty hard from day to day to keep from getting out on a limb. Woody Guthrie.